So tonight we're going to one of my favorite restaurants in the entire city, Lahore Tikka House. The best Pakistani food that you can get inside Toronto. Two beef kebabs, chicken biryani.
Kadai gosht, like kadai goat.
It's black.
Lamb. So I'll have the nahari. Let's do 3 garlic naan. And do you have those grilled chilies?
I'll bring it to you.
Thank you. I can't wait to eat this. Pakistani food. From what I understand, having now been 5 years crash course in Pakistani immersion through my wife, the difference between Pakistani food and Indian food, though subtle, can be found when you see that there's beef because it's a Muslim country versus India, where the majority of the cuisine would have historically been Hindu. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're out there. Absolutely.
You can grab everything that's out of the tray for
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Clearly, like, this isn't fine dining, folks, and it's not supposed to be. This isn't meant to be the street food that you would see on the streets of Lahore. This is where my interest in sort of like history and food kind of come together, because chilies. Oh, we got more food coming. Yes. Yes. These chilies, maybe not these ones specifically, but chilies in general originated in like Latin America. That's where these come from. So when you see what's like used in some of this food, you start to see like traces of the history of like the spice route and colonialism and all those wonderful or maybe not so wonderful things when you're talking about colonialism, but that make the world that we live in the way that it is, right? So at a Pakistani restaurant eating chilies that genetically originated in like Mexico. Nihari, which is beef shank, braised beef shank. And it's garnished with, in this case, onion, lemon. Usually you get some ginger. There's some ginger in there actually. Comes together just beautifully with like the tomato-based spices in there. Kebabs, you know what those are about. It's just minced meat, seasoned and spiced, grilled. And then we have our kadai lamb, which is another sort of variation on, I guess what you would call a curry, which is just sort of a braised, stewy kind of meat that just literally, even just like fiddling with it, is just like falling apart because it's just so tender. So enough talk. Here's your plate, and let's load it up. So start with the kebab. Ooh, the fork is, being on the skillet, the fork is actually really hot. They didn't warn you about that. Let's get some of these onions, a little bit of the karahi, and then the nihari.
Bring your plate up.
I hear white people coughing over there. That means the food's good. We'll served up with fresh naan, and I've been scolded several times for using knife and fork when eating this kind of food. So this is the nihari. So good, so good. It's not as spicy. It's not like terribly spicy, the nihari, but it's just so flavorful. There's so many flavors in there. Let's try the kebabs. Again, everything has so many flavors and they're all kind of different. In the kebabs, it's like, you think of like, it's essentially what you would do, you make a hamburger with, right? Minced meat. But the flavors that are in here are not what you would get at any hamburger place in North America. Like, there's like spices and like, you know, I can see kind of a yellow tint with it is already like, that's turmeric, telltale sign. But I don't know what else is in there, but it is freaking delicious. This is the first time we've come back here since actually going to Lahore. Now being well versed in Lahori food from the source, it is pretty damn close. As close as you're gonna get in Toronto, at least. So you'll notice I used my fork for the rice. I've been scolded for using the fork on some of the meats and curries. I've also been scolded for using my fork, or for using naan to pick up rice. This here apparently is a big faux pas. So don't make the same mistake. So many flavors, so exciting. I love this place. Have I said that yet? I'm sweating. It's a good sign. Delicious. All right, I'm gonna let my wife put the camera down and eat because she looks like she's drooling too. So in order to avoid getting drool on my camera, let's let her have dinner too. I'm really sleepy now, but that's it. But that's what happens when you have empty, greasy skillets with only delicious residue and plates that are just not the same color as the color they were when you got them. Yeah, this food is like, it's not subtle. It's not like, subtle notes of, it punches you in the face with deliciousness. And yeah, it's freaking amazing. At the end of this, you gotta save some room for kulfi, which is like almond ice cream. It's like, let me just show you. Can we get 2 kulfis?
Do you want almond, mango?
Almond, yeah. Cheers. I'm not gonna eat this on camera because I know how you dirty internet folks do your thing. I'm gonna end up on some stupid Photoshop challenge or something. So this is what it is. It's like ice cream. It's like an ice cream almond dessert and it's delicious. So I'm gonna eat this, get back in the car, go home, take a nap. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and if you haven't tried Pakistani food before, do it right now and then let me know how it goes. Cheers, guys.